Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2, where we have mail, Jack would like to talk to us. Things are going on, and I'm back on the ship because I decided that I wanted to complete out the rest of the planet scanning that had appeared. And dear God, it was boring. It was so boring. Hey Shepard, I heard about what you did on Ilium, and I wanted to thank you for helping out Zoo's Hope one more time. We're surviving, if barely. Most of Exogeny left, but I stayed behind as an attaché, and to make sure that nothing was left of the Thorian. We don't need that problem again. I don't think anybody does. Also, I'm really sorry that I shot at you. I'm pretty sure I said that, but I just wanted to reiterate it. Good luck, and thanks. Zoo's Hope is alive again because of what you did. Sincerely, Lisbeth Bainham. And that would be, the plant colony that was mind-controlled by the Thorian, who you actually had the option to either kill or throw these special grenades that would knock them unconscious. And I managed to save all of Zoo's Hope in my Mass Effect 1 playthrough.
Jack would like to see you down in her hidey hole on the engineering deck. Anything else, Commander?
Hidey hole is the technical term for the place that Jack is spending her time in. But yeah, I went around scanning planets. It was incredibly boring. In that time that I scanned planets, I watched half of The Irishman. I watched an episode of According to Jeff Goldblum. And 2 episodes of The Mandalorian? No. 3 episodes of The Mandalorian. Because it just took so long. Like, it's not challenging. It's not interesting. It's just long. Like, the more I scan planets, the more that I wish I can go back to the days of awkwardly driving a Mako across craggy rocks that weren't really made to be driven upon. Hello, Jack. What loyalty mission have you got for me?
I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them.
That's actually how I describe all of my thoughts.
You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes.
What is this a camera angle of? Is Jack supposed to be in this camera? In this position?
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal?
Oh, she's like way over there.
Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance
But every cell is actually separate from the other. The other cells don't actually know what each cell is doing.
The other kids.
Except for, I suppose, the Elusive Man would have an idea? Does the Elusive Man know everything that each individual cell is doing? I would imagine the answer is yes. But
what did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't going to see it. I was wired up in a cell.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
Yay. Other kids?
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight.
Wait, I vaguely remember the loyalty mission for this one now. Like, it had something to do with Jack being the special one, and the kids hated her because she received a special treatment. It has been a long time. You're sure it was Cerberus?
Certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever.
They thought they were so smart.
And you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
Cerberus is... I can't actually tell you if Cerberus is different now.
I'm going to talk to the elusive man, and he'd better have some answers.
He'll just deny everything. That's not what I'm after anyway.
What are you
I found
after?
the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Would you rather grab a bunch of kids and torture and drug them instead? Oh, just revenge? I suppose that's fine. You know, nobody wants to do an eye for an eye anymore.
Attacking our allies is going to derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
Probably not. Although, that's the question. Is it actually still shut down? Probably not.
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
Alright, let's do it.
Course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
One high five now, and one high five later, with the promise of a low five whenever requested. That is what you owe me. But yeah, now we're collecting the loyalty missions, and that's the thing, we're really going to need to take care of the side missions and loyalty missions, as many as we can before recruiting the last team member, because there's going to be the plot mission that occurs, and then the timer is set, and I've only got so much time to actually do things before people start losing their lives due to the collectors. I've got only so much time before I can react to the collector's base being opened up, before I can before there are actual consequences to me running around the galaxy, which is kind of interesting, because it's like most RPGs, you're presented with a situation in which there's a timer of a sort,
How may I help you, Commander?
and that timer doesn't exist. It's frozen,
Nothing right now.
and you can just
Anything else, Commander?
do whatever you want,
I'll be here.
and the villain will just wait for you to show up. But for now, let's do some side missions, let's do some loyalty missions, and then we'll worry about, actually, recruiting people on our team and thus carrying on with the story. So let's investigate this dig site. I'm combining two missions into one. This Jacob site, which is the mission up to the right in the other galaxy, and this this dig site, which is something completely different. But I figured the dig site is probably going to be relatively short. Run in, shoot some fools, read some documents, scan some minerals. And now Miranda is loyal, so I can... Awesome black costume. Let us bring loyal Miranda. And who's this last person? That hasn't been... Oh yeah, that's Legion, I think. Let's bring Miranda with us, and Jacob. And for Jack's loyalty mission, I will definitely have to bring Miranda with. That way we've got those opposing forces. It's probably not going to be mentioned or anything, but, like, and that's the thing, like, I wish there was more banter between the characters, depending on who you brought. It would definitely take a lot more writing in order to reach that level, but that would have definitely lifted up the experience. Why, hello, I see all this waist-high cover. Clearly no fighting is going to happen here. Maybe you shouldn't have vaulted right in front of everybody. There's a lot of... Jacob, what was your plan there? What was I just saying about people just vaulting in front of enemy fire? There we go. Anything else? What about something in this fragile crate? Nothing. Let's see if there's stuff to pick up here first before we go into the... Like, there's gotta be something to pick up. Like this refined element 0, which I probably don't necessarily need 125 of. Like, that's not really going to make or break the bank, especially after all of the planet scanning. Like, the planet scanning is basically the most amount of the elements that you're going to be picking up. It's going to be most of the resource collection. Everything you do on planets is going to be very small time in comparison. Why, hello, people who've just appeared. Oh, hello. I probably should regain my health, because none of my other, that's kind of interesting. Like, in Mass Effect 1, your other characters could develop first aid abilities, but they couldn't actually use it themselves. You were the only one who could actually use a first aid ability. Whereas, yeah, if you got knocked down, it was always a loss, regardless of the fact, regardless of whether or not you brought over somebody who had first aid abilities on their person. And now, in this case, you're the only person who can use Unity, which is it's continuous from Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1. Your character as a Spectre was the only one who could learn the Unity ability. Commander Santiago, hope you're doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our recovered artifacts. I've dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion in the matter. Dr. Farron, of course you can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. We have sent men and ships your way in good faith. The Blue Suns. Clearly this was in good faith, because they're the only people I found. They definitely didn't kill off everybody. Oh, is this just alternate path up? I think that is just alternate path up. And goes absolutely nowhere else but this personal locker. Whoever owned that personal locker and didn't bother to put a lock on it is now 2,250 credits poorer. Which is going to be useful to have, considering the amount of fuel I'm going to have to be spending going from one area to the next, and all the money I've already spent on fuel.
That's me.
Due to the planet scanning. Are you dead? You are dead. You know, I probably should have swapped over to armor piercing, but it was faster to just shoot him. Neat environment. I have no idea what this does. Or if this is just there to look cool. Aha! Oh, hello.
Time to die.
Oh, this guy's just... I'm just gonna sit here right in the open. Hello, Lieutenant Locke. Goodbye, Lieutenant Locke. This is one really sturdy... You know, even if when you climb on top of that box, I still have the higher ground. So, yeah. Don't do it, Anakin. I've got the high ground. You know, I wonder if that would have made more sense if there was like a mock fight between them. Like a training... Like, you never really see any training battles between the Jedi. Like, in Phantom Menace, in Attack of the Clones, in Revenge of the Sith, there's no practice fights between Jedi. You never really... Yeah, you don't really see, like, a scene where Obi-Wan and Anakin are squaring off, in practice. Once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhees aboard the Jason Voorhees? Aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Arin Larkin system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Jason Voorhees with the capture if needed. Okay. So yeah, in the Star Wars prequels, like, the idea is to introduce the idea of the Clone Wars, the Jedi, but you never see a scene where they're practicing any duels, which I think would have made for good contrast, because you would have had a scene where Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting, but they're not actually, like, trying to kill each other. They're just trying to learn the craft. And then you have that final fight where they're fighting and they are trying to kill each other. And that almost acts as like a... And then you just see how far those characters have traveled. Ah, more Prothean videos. I've already seen this video last time. Were there multiple copies? Recovered Prothean relic. Eliminated Blue Sun's presence at dig sites. Excellent. It was a job well done. But also, like that, like mock battle would have also allowed them to discuss like lightsaber techniques. Maybe even inform like why it is important to have the high ground. That way when he does have the high ground, it's like, oh, now, or like that Obi-Wan wouldn't have to actually shout it out. We would know it by just looking at the scene rather than characters verbally stating, I have the advantage, you will lose. We did a little due diligence on this Lieutenant Locke and his rendezvous with Captain Jason Voorhees. The coordinates we have obtained as the last known location of the MSV Strontium Mule have been added to your galaxy map. It turns out the mule is carrying valuable cargo, including intel of a sensitive nature. We'd like you to track down the Strontium Mule and recover that cargo. Please pass the information to us, and you can keep any other items of value you may find. Do what you will with the Blue Suns. So kill them. From Oriana Lawson. I hope this is the right Commander Shepard. I'm Oriana. My sister only told me a little, but I don't think it occurred to her that I'm as smart as she is. I poked around a little and found an information broker who got me this address. I got to thank her, but I never got to thank you for helping me. My parents don't really understand it. But I know how much Miranda did, how many little things over the years were her looking out for me. I'm not going to tell them. I still want to go to school and get some degrees. But I want you to know that I know you saved me. I had a guardian angel all these years. I don't know if my sister has anybody. She said that she's working for you, and it was pretty clear that you were doing something dangerous. Make sure she comes back alive, okay? P.S. Don't tell her I sent you this. It would just make her angry. P.P.S. Miranda, quit quit looking at Shepard's messages. Oh, don't act like you don't. It's what I do. Like sister, like sister. But for now, let us look out for the MSV Strontium. Wherever it might be. Wherever it might be floating across the galaxy. Hopefully it is not in another system where I will once again have to... Okay, with any luck, I don't have to actually scan any planet. With any luck, I just have to show up, and there's automatically... There's just one planet, and it doesn't actually need to be scanned. I'll just make my way over there, and there will be no scanning options. Excellent. No scanning options. Oh, also I'll drive through the sun several times. Yep, and then when I leave, it'll be back to 100%. Thank goodness. Derelict ship registered MSV Strontium, visibly damaged from weapons fire. Who is firing at it? Was it the Blue Suns? It was probably the Blue Suns, but then what happened to their ship? Did their ship just leave? And they're like, oh, you guys are stuck there. Yeah, how did the Blue Suns get on the ship? Where did the ship transporting the Blue Suns go? What was their escape plan? What was their plan? And now let's bring Jacob and Jack. I've got nothing to level up. How about Shockwave, because that's more fun. And you got nothing. You know, getting aboard that ship was pretty easy. And it's a good thing all this waist high and high cover was there. Take that. You know, it seems as though these Blue Suns, their plan of just funneling in through a random doorway, may not be the best.
Target down.
Just the random. Oh, what are you doing, sir? What kind of interpretive dance did that man display before he fell to his death? Merc transmitter is somewhere? Merc transmitter is... Oh, there it is. That incoming ship isn't leaving. Looks like the fools are moving to board. The airlocks are sealed, so don't waste your time. Get a team together and be ready to welcome them to our cargo hold. Blow them out the cargo bay doors when you're done. Captain Jason Voorhees.
What were they doing?
They were flying through space. All airlocks are sealed. Okay. That seems like an important thing to have on a ship. What about the guy who just said grabbing cover?
I've got no shields.
And this guy. You see the stash they pulled from the cargo? We get that open and we're living the high life for months. Sergeant Boortis took the canister topside while Voorhees went to pry the codes from the ship's captain. Man, I wouldn't want to be that guy. You could almost say it would be torture being that guy. But, I'll stop. Hub Security Council. And we got closed captioning, resistor, gate and ground.
We did it.
Up. Alright. So the objective is to the left. Let's go to the right. There are a lot of paths to go on. Oh, hello. What happened to you? That person got a little burnt. You know? Okay, I'm guessing this circles around. So let's go to this side, see if there is a similar doorway and a similar path. Yep. Maintenance records. FTL drive damaged and repaired with substandard parts. Risk of complete failure is elevated. Always use the good parts for your spaceship. It's like I was watching like The Mandalorian, and he's just repairing his ship, and I'm like you're supposed to be flying that through space pretty soon. Like, hope you nailed everything down. I would definitely imagine you wouldn't want to spare any expense when traveling through space, but then at the same time, like, you've reached that level of technology where,
Time to die.
where cheap parts are available. Oh. They murdered and then burned the bodies? That seems to be what happened. Was that where I came up? Yeah, that's where I came up.
But step 1 foot on the bridge and you'll pray for a quick death.
Has to be a way in.
Okay, so that looks like it's the way in. Communications relay inoperative. Close captioning. Resistor. And then ground, and then gate.
We did it.
Did it. We're the best.
Move it.
Right.
Time to die.
My favorite thing. Stop shooting me!
Go behind cover where I ordered you to.
Right.
No sweat.
Medical support.
Do the things I'm telling you to do. Oh my gosh.
Use your cover.
Alright. Yep. Nope. He's too far to the left. Nope, that was...
Cover.
How about Jack? You go there.
One sec. Gotcha.
Go into the room.
On my way.
And then
On
go
it.
into the room. Oh my gosh. So that's what was happening. They were just getting stuck on the door. Almost done with this. Commander Bodyguard. Mr. Voorhees, please stand up. Oh, and he's dead. Your men better be ready. I hear the intruders making their way here, and you better be ready with backup. The captain was not forthcoming with information, but I found his codes in the ship's black box. We'll get that canister open, but first we have to kill those intruders. Well, it's too bad they waited until after, because otherwise... This is the final entry for Captain Gert Barnes, skipper of the MSV Strontium Mule. If you're reading this, I and my crew are dead. 2 weeks ago, we answered a distress signal. It turned out to be a Blue Sun's trap. We managed to escape, but sustained heavy damage. Which, do not approach the coordinates in this log. If you find the canister on our cargo hold, you are welcome to its contents. The authorization codes are encrypted in this log. So then that leads me to the question of, at what, like, it was a Blue Sun's trap, so he was expecting somebody to find the ship and save it, but at the same time, like, it was being raided by pirates. So who was that message, like, was he really expecting somebody to, other than the Blue Suns, to find that computer? It seems like it was a poor plan. Also, what was the Blue Sun's trap? Where did the Blue Sun ship go? That's really the bulk of my questions. Like, it seems just convenient that we just found a Blue Sun's ship out here by itself. Especially because it kind of means that we don't have to worry about, any ship-to-ship combat. I probably should have just hit that from the beginning. Where are... Like, it said it was in the cargo bay, which I presumed was the area I started. Maybe this way? Except this is just taking me back to, 1 second while I figure this out. Okay, so apparently I was not confused. What happened was the game just didn't bother continuing. It decided, you know what? We don't need these additional enemies to show up, because we're just gonna finish right here. That explains a lot. Sergeant Bortis just didn't show up for the party.
Get over here.
Get over here. Truly, that enemy did not estimate the gravity of the situation. What was that?
Blue Sun's hostiles have been eliminated. It is likely that the requested cargo is located on the ship's upper deck.
Which is now unlocked to me. Okay. This is it. Get your men under control and ready to move. The intruders are the key. Once they hit the bridge, Voorhees will call for us. Do not answer. The intruders will take him out for us and we'll get the codes to the canister ourselves. At that point, take out anyone on your list. The fewer men left, the bigger the prize for each of us. Not a very good plan. Let's grab some refined iridium. And whatever this payload is. Whatever it is. Oh, okay. Again, whatever that payload happened to be, right out of frame. The MacGuffin of the mission. Recovered sensitive intel. Cerberus upload commencing. Defeated Blue Suns. Prevented looting of disabled freighter. MSV Strontium Mule. Recovered substantial payload from MSV Strontium Mule. If you're badly wounded, take cover to live. Suppose that makes sense. I'm not going to argue with that.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay, what is it? We've started going through that intel. Fine work, by the way. And we've discovered the location of the base where the Strontium Mule fell into the Blue Suns trap. The Blue Suns are indeed using false distress signals to lure merchant freighters near the base with the intent of capturing and raiding those vessels. If you can get out there and shut down their beacon, it'll save a lot of merchants, a lot of distress. It'll also strike a blow to the Blue Suns as a whole. Like I said, the Blue Suns are de facto, aside from the Collectors, the Blue Suns are like the main enemy of this story. The base is on planet Sanctum, decor system Sigurd's Cradle. Once again, I really hope I don't have to scan any more planets. And of course, more planet scanning. There's there's like 6 planets here. There's a moon. Forsaken moon. And there's another system way over here. Truly the worst. And it's got its own scanning to do too. Alright, I'm gonna scan it real quick and then land. Alright, now that the planet's resources have been depleted, let us land and finish this chain of side quests. Stop the Blue Suns, once and for temporary. And hopefully there aren't any more glitches that make missions impossible to complete. Let us grab Jack and Kasumi. Let's see, increase her tech mastery or weapon combat. I'm gonna go with tech mastery. And then let's improve her shadow strike. Also, I'm gonna swap out my particle beam because I'm not really a big fan of that. Nope, I just selected particle beam again. We're gonna go back to the flamethrower. Oh, look at all that waist-high cover. I wonder if there's going to be a fight over there. Let's switch to... you... How did they... Nope. There we go. Jack, that was a cool ability, but it got out of the way of my sniper shot. So that... There we go. 2 shots for that guy. Oh! Let's get rid of the heavy, or the rocket launcher guy. Let's get rid of you.
I can take you.
Okay.
Did I do that?
Yes, you did that. It was you. Maybe. Now, did anybody drop any bullets? Because I used up all of my sniper rifle ammo. Let's grab some refined iridium.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out, now.
It's interesting, like, the presence of that datapad makes me feel as though, like, it's there to present the illusion that one of those blue suns that I just fought happened to drop that datapad, rather than that having always been in the world.
Due to concerns over employee safety, the Broadfield mining facility has been closed until further notice.
Due to concerns over all of the employees being dead.
Watch out!
I can take you.
Nope.
Watch yourselves! We're losing people!
Going dark.
Don't let up!
There we go. Also, I keep forgetting that I have that ability.
Contact!
Got no shield.
Ah,
Can't see him!
there we go.
Taking cover! We're losing people!
I probably should take cover and use cover, that kind of thing. Maybe switch guns. The heavy cannon does not seem to be too useful against this group.
I'll destroy you.
There we go. Hold on. Seems everybody likes the submachine. Actually, no. Jack's got a shotgun going on. Okay, so behind me is the way forward, so let us go forward, so we don't go forward first. That made sense. I swear.
Hey, cousin. That jerk Selim just fired me for no reason. I swear the guy has it out for me. I hear the Blue Suns are hiring people to take out some dumbass vigilante on Omega. I'm gonna go show them how it's done. Wish me luck.
Hey, cousin. Would you like to go entrapping merchants? Hey, cousin. It's me, your cousin. Would you like to go bowling?
Due to Phillips' brilliant expansion of the northern mining tunnels into the mess hall last week, our small facility will be closing indefinitely. All teams will be transferred to the nearest starbase shortly.
Oh, so probably everybody who was there lived. And the Blue Suns just kind of more or less are using this facility due to it being vacant, rather than having murdered everybody that was here. Oh, was that an invisible guy? Oh no, that was my invisible guy. Oh, hello. And now we've got the mining facility itself, which they've more or less used as a base. I guess that makes for an easy way to kind of like hide out from authority. Is the base is more or less a front, and the mining facility is where you can store all of your stuff. So we got some data pad.
Coming in from that dig site, boys. All the unsorted cargo to the mines to make room.
Come on, boys, we got quite the haul coming in. Although, actually, that raises a question. Like, were the people in this planet just mining for resources and minerals? Like, what kind of haul would mercenaries be interested in?
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, hello. These are some really dumb-looking mechs.
They've seen us.
Oh. And that's a fragile crate, I think. It's too late for you. Ah. Oh, nope. Ah, damn it. I tried to take cover behind the fragile crate that had already been destroyed. Alright. Let's use a sniper rifle. Nope. Take out his shields first. Realize that there are two robots coming at me. Does anybody have any? Oh, I have an ability.
Assessment requested.
There we go. There goes one. Nope. Take cover. At least until my shields are full. Because his shields aren't really going anywhere.
We've been spotted.
Oh, hello. You know, I made an assumption that no more enemies were going to funnel out of that very specific spot, so luckily I was correct in my assumption. Hello, Captain Norm.
Our brothers.
Alright, let's move across to the other side of the map, get a better shooting position.
Use your mech support.
I don't know exactly how I lost all of that health so quickly. Ah, thank you, Kasumi. Probably don't have to bypass that door. But let's take a look and see what's on these side doors first. Because it's probably not a main thing. An agent from the prospective client arrived today. The client has asked for discretion, which raised a few red flags. In Commander Santiago's suggestion, I plan to persuade the agent to divulge the nature and location of the cargo. Well, that didn't take long. The client's agent folded under minimum pressure. Commander Santiago's hunch was correct. The client hopes to hire us to move a Prothean artifact from the dig site. With a little more pressure, the agent should gladly give up the location of the dig site itself. It took some persuasion, but the agent gave up the location of the dig site. I'm dispatching ships and men to the location now. Santiago ought to be pleased. That Prothean artifact is worth much more than we'd ever get for transporting it. This is true. Oh, and this must be the agent. His eyes still open. His body still relatively fresh. They left his armor on for some reason, because to give him a sense of security that everything was going to be a-okay, because his armor was there to protect him. But no. For him, there would be only death. Alright, credits acquired. Let's actually complete this series of missions. Ground to ground, resistor to resistor. Oh, this only has 3 circuits. Weird. Like, you'd think it would start off with, in the beginning of the game would have the lowest amount of circuits for its hacking. And then it would just increase as you go deeper into the story. But it is a little bit of the opposite.
Done.
Deactivated distress beacon at Brunfield mining facility. Eliminated Blue Sun's resistance. Excellent. Become the ultimate hero.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Of course, of course. What have I received? The Alliance colony on planet Franklin is under attack by Batarian radicals. The terrorists took control of a nearby Javelin missile base. But we have to do more. How
may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Garrus received some news that put fire in his eyes. Maybe you
Oh?
should speak with him down in
I
the
guess
main
he
battle.
has his loyalty
Morton would
mission
like to
now.
speak with you
Alright.
over in his tech lab.
And his
Anything
loyalty
else,
mission.
That'll be all.
That'll be for next
I'll
time.
be here if you need anything.
Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.